お前まさか履いてないのか。
ない。
よっしゃー、形勢逆転。俺は天才だ。なんていい願い事をしたんだ。冴えてる俺、グッジョブ俺。人生最大の。
It's been a while since we showcased some ecchi shows on our channel, as you guys requested for this list. Here we are showcasing more ecchi anime. So without wasting any time, I present you top 10 ecchi anime you should watch. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you can stay updated whenever I upload a new video. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Let's start our list with Hensemi. Our protagonist is normal university student. Unfortunately, she's now taking the abnormal physiology course, and her classmates are far from ordinary. Although she tries to keep her mental state in check, other classmates starts influencing her personality. I personally feel this show is not for everyone. At least in my case, I felt this show is not for me. But for those who likes comedy about abnormal behavior and little pervert nature, it's a good addition to your list. Overall, it's definitely not something you want to watch near children. Also, if you're seeking for that guilty pleasure and want to watch something short, you'll definitely like this one. In 9th place, we have Getsuyoubi no Tawawa. The anime follows the daily life of a salary man who meets a high school girl named Ai on the train. They begin to meet every Monday, and eventually the man starts serving as her bodyguard on the crowded train. I honestly feel, if you're seeking deep storyline, this isn't what you're looking for. It's not a masterpiece in any way. It's just a simple story of office workers and how they end up meeting random girls. Overall, if you want a little break from the reality and want to ease your mind, then you're probably going to love this show. Sometimes short episodic stories is what you need after watching something intense. In 8th place, we have Akiba's Trip the Animation. Our protagonist and his sister are shopping in the Akihabara district. Suddenly the place gets overrun by vampiric cosplaying monsters. These creatures are known as the Bugged Ones, and they can possess anyone they bite. Soon they start causing chaos across the city. Now our two siblings form a group called the Electric Mayonnaise and start dispatching the Bugged Ones. The only way they can do this by ripping their clothes and exposing them to sunlight. I feel if you're familiar with the game, you might get disappointed with the less amount of fan service. But if we speak about the overall enjoyment, it sure passes with flying colors, and the goofiness of the characters helps achieving that enjoyment level. Coming at the 7th place, we have Triage X. In Deadly Terrorist Attack, our protagonist loses everything, including his family and best friend. But the surgeon who rescues him is far from the ordinary. He commands a strike team known as Black Labels. Their task is to exterminate deadly criminals who have fallen too far. Filled with new hopes, he joins the organization. I feel this anime is more oriented towards action. Don't get me wrong, there's enough fan service to quench your thirst. Overall, if you're looking for a decent plot with good amount of action and ecchi moments, you've arrived on the right show. Do give it a try and let me know your thoughts. Moving on, we have A 30-Year-Old's Health and Physical Education. This story is aimed at men in their 30s who have not experienced romance with women yet. Our protagonist is a 30-year-old virgin bachelor. One day a Cupid descends from heaven and tries to help him. This starts a love story between a 30-year-old bachelor and a 30-year-old bachelorette. The story is little straightforward and simple. Also, comedic elements of the characters helps in enhancing the overall enjoyment. In 5th place, we have Majimoji Rurumo. Due to an unfortunate accident, our protagonist gets labeled as the high school pervert. One day in the school library, he stumbles upon a peculiar book said to possess the power to summon witches. He decides to play with the book, and surprisingly, an apprentice witch appears before him. He ends up helping her with some general witchery tasks in exchange for his soul being spared. In my opinion, this show is really underrated. Even though the story is not that great in any aspect, it sure excels in overall enjoyment. In the end, I feel if you're looking for slow pacing plot with added elements of humor, you're going to love this anime. Coming at the 4th place, we have How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? Because of her expanding waistline, our protagonist decides to join the newly opened Silverman gym. At her orientation, she runs into student council president and school idol Akame. However, she soon finds out the gym is full of world-renowned bodybuilders and athletes. When she's about to leave, she gets stopped by a trainer named Naruto. Completely enthralled with her newfound Prince Charming, she signs up as a gym member. Now she must adapt to her new lifestyle. As you guys have guessed, the plot is very straightforward and simple. But don't get me wrong, this show will entertain you to the fullest. I highly recommend you to give it a try if you're a fitness nerd and don't mind ecchi stuff. In 3rd place, we have Prison School. Located in the outskirts of the Tokyo Hakamitsu Private Academy is a prestigious all-girls boarding school. However, according to the new iconic policy, boys are now able to enroll as well. 5 boys get accepted into the school, but they immediately get casted away. Unable to communicate with their fellow female students, the eager boys set their sights on a far more dangerous task. But their plan gets crushed by the infamous underground student council. They are thrown into the school's prison as punishment. Well, you guys must be familiar with this one already, but if you're not, just go for it. This is one of the best ecchi comedy shows out there. Coming at the 2nd place, we have Ro-Kyu-Bu. Our protagonist has the ambition to become one of the best basketball superstars of all time. But due to some incident, he decides not to involve himself in basketball anymore. One day his aunt invites him to coach the Kaishin Academy girls basketball team. He meets the girls and starts training them with one goal in mind. That is to defeat all strong opponents along the way. As you guys have seen from the clips, this is a lowly sports anime. In my opinion, if you're looking for something cute and heartwarming, with added touch of sports and ecchi elements, you're knocking on the right door. Just go for it if you're a lowly fan. In 1st place, we have Higehiro. Our protagonist is a regular salaryman. He gets rejected by his office crush. While returning home in the drunken state, he runs into a runaway high schooler named Sayo. She asks him to let her stay the night, and with his judgment clouded by alcohol, he agrees. With no memories of last night, Sayo explains everything. Having listened to her story, he finds himself unable to kick her out, especially after learning that she came all the way from Hokkaido. Even though it is pretty early to judge the show, I must say the story is wholesome and sad at the same time. I just hope nothing dark happens at the end. Go for it if you're seeking heavy romance-based plot. That's all for today's list, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed the video. Show your support by dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Also follow me on my social media accounts to stay updated. In the end, you all stay happy and I will see you in the next video. See ya.